In terms of the, talking about the coronavirus pandemic, which again brings in the aspect or loops in the aspect of independence from the executive's perspective in what it wants in terms of the favorable decisions, which of course is unlikely according to the Chief Justice David Maraga, who said we'll only act by the evidence presented before the courts of law. Talk to me about the essence of now collaboration. What Advocate Maria did say was interdependency, which is element. Yes, as much as they are dependent, they should be interdependent. So how does this help in terms of decongesting our prisons when you see the Chief Justice, the Inspector General of Police, the DPP Nordin Haji, the EACC, the Chief Executive Officer Twalib Mbarak at the same podium talking about aspects that regard rolling out of justice in the country during this needy time in the country? Will it help, and was it needed before, despite the, of course, sort of disjointing efforts that we have seen from the criminal justice system?
It was a breath of fresh air, what they did. And I must say this, the synergy that we saw on that platform is a synergy that we expect to see going forward in the administration of justice. We expect to see the DPP interact with the judiciary in such a manner that justice is promoted. Because what we've been seeing in the past is mudslinging. The DPP on one hand accusing judicial officers and the judiciary as a whole in stifling the fight against corruption. We have seen the executive accusing the judiciary. So the judiciary has been taking a beating from other arms of government. And this has not served the administration of justice and Kenyans at large any good. So I think that synergy should go on. We should redefine and reconfigure the way we do justice. The fact that we have released petty offenders, very many of them across the country, in a bid to decongest our prisons and cells, means that there is something that could be done going forward, so that these people are not held for long periods for petty offences. In the past, and I think this has been happening, though on a very small scale, probation has been taking ground. So I think if we got back to relooking petty offences and what should be done with petty offenders, then we would decongest our prisons further. The other bit that I should mention is this. There has been when we're talking about independence and interdependence, the interdependence bit has been lacking. And this is because what I've mentioned when I was beginning, the fact that the judiciary was gaining independence, but many people saw that as the judiciary being extracted from government. So what is happening right now is the judiciary is struggling to stay alive, struggling to free itself from the shackles of the executive and the blame that has been thrown against it by Kenyans and other arms of government. So I think what needs to happen going forward is for us to relook the whole system. And this will include all arms. It will take the executive, it will take the legislature, and it is true that the legislature plays a very pivotal role in supporting the judiciary. Because, I mean, if the judiciary is supposed to interpret law, then the lawmakers must buttress that institution that is supposed to interpret the law. And it's not just about lawmaking, it's also budgetary, the budgetary process and the budgetary allocations. The legislature should come out very strong in supporting the judiciary.
All right, and of course this is of course notwithstanding the fact that the Chief Justice David Maraga and some judges have taken pay cut. Of what effect will that be in terms of lifting some pressure, or is it more or less leading from the top or offering lessons from the top?
Yes, that could be it. It's more of a moral issue, an issue of conscience that the country is suffering, and so individually and as an institution, this is what we can do. If you take it in the larger scheme of things in our economy, it might not really have a big effect, but it does something. If judges can take a pay cut, if they can sustain a pay cut, because we must be alive to the fact that there are many people who cannot sustain a pay cut. The situation is dire already. So I think it's a good initiative. It is to show the country that they are suffering together with us, and they can do something to alleviate the pain that the country is going through.
Okay.